Paul, a draw to wrap up the 2019 Specsavers County Championship season. What are your thoughts on the result against Lancashire?
Well, really pleasing that we tested ourselves well against the best. We had a really solid draw there. We had 2 draws against Lancashire, the champions, and full respect to them, and many congratulations to Glenn Chappell and his team and the squad. They've been outstanding in many formats this year. We wish them well next year in the First Division. So, you want to play against the best, even though they didn't have much to play for. They've done their hard yards. But it's nice that we've had some good solid performances with the bat and the ball. We were consistent with the ball to bowl a high class team out for 170 in the first innings, when the wicket was even better than it was when we batted first and got 150 odd. So really pleased with that. And again, Hassan Azad in the second innings has come out, and another couple of overs. The rain had come early, obviously. Another couple of overs and we'd have another 100. So he's been a rock that's kept us together this year. He's been the glue in our batting, delighted that he's come out on the second division Specsavers leading run scorer. So absolutely delighted for him.
As you say, Lancashire may have come into this fixture obviously not needing anything out of it, but they did at Egbert. You went there, got a draw against them, and got a draw against them here as well. If there's anything you can take out of this county championship season, it's the fact that you've drawn against the champions twice.
Yeah, and it's we've got to be consistent. Lancashire just have been a model of consistency all year. We've been in most games. There's probably only one game against Glamorgan that we weren't really in the game. All the rest of the games we were there and thereabouts. Gloucester played well against us, many games we've played well, but we've just had bad sessions, and bad sessions have cost us, or we've had a bad 2 sessions in a game. So we've just got to be more consistent. We've got a lot of young players who are growing and learning. Guys that have stepped into the squad that maybe haven't quite earned the right at times because they haven't got 10 wickets in the second team or 100 runs in the second team consistently. So we've given them a go, and this is putting them in a good place for the next year, 2 years ahead. So we have to look at that. It's a slightly more long-term vision, and we haven't got the money to, like Lancashire they've got gaps in different areas of their squad. They're just going by a player. At the moment we can't do that, so we have to respect that, and it's that's got its challenges. We realistically look at a squad of 14, 15 for most games in all formats. So we're giving youngsters opportunity, which is great, and when they learn new skills and they're tested, then they can plateau out for a year, but then after that they kick on and go to better places. So this is for me a bit of a plateau year, a learning year, finding out about themselves technically and physically, what they can go through. The likes of Will Davies has bowled more overs this year than probably the last 4 or 5 years put together, so that's been a real positive. Really frustrated with Tommy Taylor, bless him, because he was in great form, just finding himself as a cricketer. Had a brilliant couple of games, and we won the first game of the year against a high-class Sussex side, and then Middlesex. Then he got a brilliant 90, I think it was against Worcester. So he was just cementing himself in our side day in, day out, and sadly he got a stress fracture all year. Tough for Mohammed Abbas to lead the attack again with a bowler short. He obviously had played for Pakistan, and he came back to Leicester last year. Then he's gone away to Pakistan again, touring, and then now here again. I think he's found it much tougher physically and mentally. So we were pleased he's gone back to Pakistan now to do good things with Pakistan, and we wish him well. He's been a great pro for us, and he's been a brilliant man on and off the field. So I think Mo found it a bit harder this year. There's Hassan has dominated all year, and just his hunger and appetite for runs is the benchmark of where we want to be. And he's been a revelation this year, and his attitude and his desire and his humility as a player. So he's been a great ambassador for our younger players, and a great mentor as well. So there's many positive things happened this year. Cozzy's come back and played much better this year than last year. Paul Horton finished the season in much better technical place and a much more solid, consistent place. Colin Ackerman got a nice 49 here, deserved a 50 in the second innings here, played some beautiful shots. We were very close in the T20 with no overseas. That was the game against Derby still grates me. We could have won that game against Derby after a great power play that Cozzy played beautifully up front, and Harry that got us off to a great start. Overall we've got a lot of young lads who've learnt a lot this year, and they'll come back stronger and better for next year and the next couple of years. And we're excited about the winter already. The plans are in place. Quite a few of the guys are going away to good clubs with good support, which we'll be keeping close tabs on. And everybody's looking for a little bit of a break and freshen up and just have some good debriefs and look at what went well, what didn't go so well, and what we're going to stop, start, continue in effect model, and reflect in a nice calmer place. So we're privileged to play a great game and get paid to do something we love, and we thank all the Leicester supporters for all of their their energy and passion, and sometimes frustration. We know that there's nobody more frustrated than the guys in the dressing room, and we thank them a lot. They come home and away. I'm pleased that we finished well for the our home supporters here today. They haven't seen enough really good cricket from us this year, and we know that we've got more to give, and we will give it, but we need them to be patient as well. We haven't got the big funds a lot of the test match grounds have, and one or two others have, but we know we'll get there. We know that we'll with hard work and determination we'll get there.
Speaking on the fixture at hand against Lancashire over the past 4 days, though, 155 runs posted in the first innings, as you mentioned, and then a great response from the bowlers to come and bowl Lancashire all out in less than 2 sessions. So how impressive was that?
Really impressive, because there's some tired bodies out there. The guys have bowled a lot of overs, they've worked hard. A lot of gym sessions, a lot of batting sessions, a lot of fielding sessions right at the end of the year. And one thing we've probably done a little bit, we've just leaked a little bit after Chris Wright and Mohamed Abbas have come on and bowled well consistently all year, and then we've just leaked a little bit. We've just too many balls that just leg side easy clips or a bit of width. But really pleased today that Dietz came back this game and bowled beautifully, just brought his pace back a little bit and swung it a lot more, bowled really consistent areas. And Benny and Mike bowled some absolute beauties, really bowled nicely, and again, he had a meteoric rise to success. County cricket has now realised how hard county cricket is to master your skills and to do it in under the microscope of a bit of pressure and important parts in games. But these youngsters have got a character, and they want to do well, and they've got open mindsets to learn and grow as cricketers and people, and we'll see the fruits of that moving forward. It's just a little bit of patience needed, but the guys want to do it and we want to do it as well.
You mentioned him briefly there, and we spoke about before as well, and Chris Wright, just how big an addition to the dressing room has he been this year? 47 wickets.
Yeah, good he didn't get his 50, he deserved his 50. I think with the catches that have been dropped off him, he'd have got close to probably to 60. So I feel for Wright, he hasn't just clicked over that milestone, but in his head he's bowled brilliantly. He's led the attack. He's been a real calming influence in the dressing room. We needed senior bowlers. We lost the likes of Clint Mackay in the past, Ben Rain. So we need guys that you just know what you're going to get. He's on the tin, and Wright is bowled a lot of good players in the first division. He's a guy that day in day out is he performs well. We know what we're going to get. He's been working hard with Matt Mason as well, and on the wobble seam ball that nips back, which Mohamed Abbas bowls a lot of. Jimmy Anderson bowls a lot of them. Chris has bowled brilliant away swingers all his life, can bowl it in his sleep. So him to master a new skill like that at his age and where he is in his game is brilliant. And we look forward to him staying here for many years.
In the Lancashire fixture, always has a little quirk between the Parkinson twins, of course, and to see Matt get Callum out and then see Callum get Matt out in return, what was the feeling about that?
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, they're both great young men who've had a hell of a summer. Sadly, their mum passing away recently, brought home about life and cricket, and the measure of their professionalism and their integrity over the last few months has been incredible. And we actually got a lovely letter from their father thanking both clubs on how well the support was from the guys for the guys. So the Foxes family were together, which is what we're about. So yeah, those guys have got each other out in the back garden a few times, and out in the first class arena it doesn't happen very often like that. The twins. So two brilliant lads. We're delighted as well, obviously, that Matt's got an England tour as well, so that's he's going to represent us all well. We wish him well. They're great lads, and county cricket's a better place to have them in it.
And you touched on it briefly as well today. A young squad, a squad that have learnt a lot throughout the last season, and it's a good positive to take out on the final day of the year this year to take into next year.
Yeah, definitely. It's you want to finish well, of course you do, and they've all been through a lot together. There's been small fallouts, but nothing major, which is great. And that can happen if you've been bottom of the league. But we all know that everything was so tight. We didn't play well in the 50 over competition, but T20 we played some good cricket. County Championship we played some good cricket, just not as consistent as we like. T20 tough when you haven't got overseas pros, very tough. When you haven't got the world class players, if you were playing against Lancashire and you swap their overseas pros for a couple of our young lads, it's a different game. So it is small margins, but we know that consistently we've got to be better. We've got to be more consistent in our decision making, our commitment, and our execution. So, but yeah, we'll get there. It takes a bit of time, but we'll get there. A lot of guys are going away this winter. The young lads will go out and learn how to properly fend for themselves and organise their lives. Everything can be done quite easily for you in county cricket. There's a lot of coaches around, some good structures. But I'm excited when the guys all come back. At various times throughout the winter, they've all got their development plans. They all know what they need to work on moving forward the next few months, and we want to be fitter and stronger as well as a unit. So there's going to be a lot of hard work, but we're all looking forward to pulling together and sitting here now next year doing a brilliant review piece that we've had an outstanding year, and Lancashire County Cricket was in a great place.